what's up, True Experience Nation? It's Richie McCaney here to help you learn how to experience the most out of life through personal growth. If you're new around here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Part of personal growth, we cover a lot of different areas, and for this month, we're covering money mindset and how to think about money. And so we're going over the book, How the Rich Think. Newsflash, hard work does not create wealth. Leverage does. I touched on this yesterday and kind of jumped ahead of myself and didn't realize that the next chapter was going to be solely about this. But listen, if hard work, you make a great point, just opens right up. If hard work created wealth, then every construction worker and cocktail waitress would be rich. And think about that, man. There are people out there, they work, and they work their tail off. And I've been in that camp before. I've had some very extremely physically exhausting, long laboring days in terrible conditions. I mean, heat, the cold, lifting stuff, moving stuff, 16-hour days. It's not fun. You do what you got to do, right? Like, don't be ashamed of that. Handle your business. But the point is, if you really stop to think about it, if hard work was the secret to financial success, there'd be a lot more people that would have a lot more wealth. And so if that's not the case, what is it? What creates it? And it's leverage. World-class performers work hard, but not in the traditional sense. And so ain't nobody sleeping on hard work. Ain't nobody thinking that people who have amassed things didn't put in hard work. They just thought about the hard work differently and used it in a different way. Okay, so that's the point that we want to get across. And again, this is the challenge you're thinking. The middle class sees hard work as a badge of honor. The world class sees success as a more important badge of honor. What's the point? Like, what's the goal? If you are working hard and you love what you're doing, like, you know, it's harder to work with your hands, but it's just something that gives you joy, man, be grateful for that. I'm happy for you. You should be happy for yourself. That's amazing. But like we're going to say probably continually, if you're not, and you're just working for a means to an end, you're just out there grinding, then stop and think. What have you been taught about hard work? Is it your badge of honor? Like, does that just give you the pride? Like, I'm working really hard for my money, so, you know, I'm better than you? Or like, is that the badge that you want to tote around? Or is it, I've got my means, I've got to the end, I've got the results, I've got the success I'm looking for, but I haven't worked as hard as you are. And I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've worked crazy amounts of hours and then still been left at the end of the day like, man, I can't even go eat this steak dinner. And then I've been where we've worked periodically a couple hours a day when we want, how we want, and could go eat wherever we want. And so there is a difference in like, what's the badge that you're wanting to carry around? How do you think about hard work? Look, as a result of this, that's why a lot of people still, look, they say something here, that's why the middle class continues to live paycheck to paycheck, because it's like, it's all about hard work. I'm just going to keep working hard, even though at the end of the day, I'm completely exhausted. And people who are world-class thinkers, they leave the day refreshed, recharged, like ready to tackle the day again, excited because of the possibilities. Man, you dread Mondays. I don't. And I've said this in a ton of videos. I don't. Mondays are love. When you really enjoy what you do and you go to bed satisfied at night, there is just something about going to bed satisfied. Like, man, I feel good. I accomplished it. Let me get this sleep out. And I can't wait to get up. Bro, just about every day this week, I have beaten my alarm. My alarm is set to go off at like 5 a.m. And I find myself waking up at 4:30 and just like, well, do I lay around here a little bit more? I'm about to set it back. And most mornings I get up with an eagerness to get the day started. That's powerful. That I can't put a price on. Because I can tell you right now, I've been on the other side of that where it's like, please, I don't want to go to work. I don't want this to end. I don't want the weekend to end. I do not want to get up and go in because I wasn't passionate about the work I had to do. I just had to do it. And I went in and I worked hard and I worked to the best of my ability. And I'm grateful for all of that. But if you want something different, bro, do something different. You know, be that change, you got to think something different. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're not happy about it, you got to change the way you're thinking. The reason why it's important for you to change the way you're thinking or feel about this scenario is because it's free. Because we live, if you live in the US of A, USA, then the middle class is free to make the necessary changes in thinking to capitalize on the concept. Bro, the concept is true. The concept is proven. You just got to change the way you think and believe about it so you can have access to it. And that's the benefit of being in a capitalistic society. We're free to make these changes. Nobody's limiting you and holding you back from making these changes. Anybody can break through who's willing to break through. Most people won't do it though because they're unaware. Y'all are not. Y'all watching this video. Or how they think, or they think just differently and they don't believe it's possible. Look, if you think it's not possible, y'all know how it is. It's not possible. Because you can't do it if you don't think it. If you ain't got faith, if you don't have the belief to get that thing done, like you're not going to take the necessary actions, you're not going to change your behavior, you're not going to go through the pain, you're not going to go through the heartache of making this thing happen if you don't believe in it, if you don't have the vision to make it happen. And so this is true, man. We're here to challenge you on how you think, and so you can view things differently, so you can have things differently. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this. And answer me, man. How were you taught about hard work? What are your thoughts on this? Is hard work more important than leverage? And I'll leave you with this one example. And I gave you one yesterday, but I'll give you another one. My buddy was putting up baseboards, and all he had was hammer and nails. He was working with the tools that he had. And he was, get the work done, right? I was doing hammer and nails, and my buddy, we went to go borrow some stuff, and he says, do you have a nail gun? We're like, no, we were just going to hammer them in. And he was like, just looked weird. Here, man, I got a nail gun. Here's all the equipment. Now, which is better? The hard work, like somebody who values the hard work, is like, I don't need no nail gun. I don't want to leverage, this machine that makes it be done 1,000 times faster. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to hammer in every single nail with my hands. Like, are you really proud about that? Or what's the point? The point is to get the baseboards put up and the job done as efficiently as possible. Well, that's cool. Beat the nails in. If you love that, if you want to get the strength of hammering a nail, great, go for it. But I'll take the nail gun, thanks. Boom, 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 boom. I'm done in a fraction of a time. Not necessarily to be lazy, but because now my hands are free. They're not blistered. They're not hurting. I'm not sore. I've saved a lot of time. So guess what? I'm still refreshed and charged, and I can take now my energy and focus it in other areas of the construction that I've got to get done, as opposed to just doing things manually and the hard way because, hard work is great and it's the best way to get the job done. So that's the terms of thinking about money versus leverage. Are you leveraging things to make it more efficient to achieve your ultimate goal? Now that I've left you with that, I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will say this, in personal development, we also talk a whole lot about weight loss and weight loss tips and a mindset. And we have a private group of a collective people moving in the same direction. If that's something that you want to be a part of, I'd love to get you added. Shoot me a message or something, and we get you put over in that group, that private Facebook group on Facebook. So if you're on YouTube, drop the like, leave a comment. If you're on Facebook, like the page and all that good stuff, and get with me. Until next time, I'm out.